10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. Caribjet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
Grenadians, we are known to be a resilient people. Let's show our true patriotism as we celebrate our 40th anniversary of independence, overcoming our adversity, safeguarding livelihoods, protecting our future. Once again, we celebrate our major activities in a virtual setting. Join us through the following media platforms: GIS Channel 22, GIS and the National Celebrations Committee Facebook pages and YouTube channel for the following events: 40th Anniversary Cultural Extravaganza, 7 p.m. on February 5th, with the main highlight being performance from 4 of our top string bands. February 6th, live broadcast of the National Ecumenical Service from the Blessed Sacrament Roman Catholic Church Granddads at 3 p.m. and the military parade and rally from the Kirani James Athletic Stadium 10 a.m. on Monday, February 7th. Let's continue to aspire, build and achieve as one people. Happy 40th Grenada, the Extravaganza Plus.
There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
The electricity rate is affected by a number of different factors. There is the fuel charge, which Grenelec publishes on a monthly basis. There is a non-fuel charge, which hasn't changed for almost 30 years. And then there are other activities at home, including the number of people that can have an impact on consumption. We've noticed that during holidays, school holidays, Christmas time, consumption increases, and also when there's an increase in temperature. To see what is causing the changes on the electricity bill, we ask customers to pay attention to the details on the bill. Look at the fuel charge information and compare it to fuel charge in the month before and even in the past. On Grenelec website, we provide 5 years of information on the fuel charge. Also pay attention to the average daily usage. On Grenelec's bill, there is a history that shows the last 8 months of billing information. You can use this information and compare each month and see if there's an increase in your daily average consumption. Due to the COVID situation, what we've seen is that customers spend more time at home. It means that there is the possibility for energy usage increase. So that is one factor. And what it means is that with the increase in fuel costs, which is significant, any additional consumption will have a marked effect on your electricity bill. If we look at last year, 2020, for instance, electricity rates were low. So even if there was a slight increase in energy usage, the impact will not be very noticeable. But in this situation where we've got high fuel costs, any small increase in consumption will have a marked effect on the overall bill.
Grenelec, energizing our community.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
All concerned are hereby advised that the Carriacou branch of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed at 2:30 p.m. on Friday, 4th February. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
Good evening and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Thursday, 3rd February 2022. The top stories this evening: policemen and women recognized for their contribution to the force and country. Grenada Tourism Authority launches Simple Stay initiative. Reigning Independence Calypso monarch Sour Serpent ready to retain his title. And in sports, Charlotte FC take 3-0 victory over Grenada in pre-season opener. We have the details to these and more after the break.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
All concerned are hereby advised that the Carriacou branch of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed at 2:30 p.m. on Friday, 4th February. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from 2 entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
With the news in detail, I am Troy Gill. The Royal Grenada Police Force presentation of medals and ribbons ceremony was held on Thursday with over 40 policemen and women receiving medals and ribbons for their hard work and contribution towards the police force and Grenada. We get more in this report.
The Royal Grenada Police Force held its ribbon and medal ceremony on Wednesday. Medals and ribbons were presented to officers for good conduct and long-standing service to the force. Over 200 officers received medals and awards in over 5 categories, including Immigration, Fire and Coast Guard, during the ceremony at the Trade Center. Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin said the ribbons and medals represent the significant milestone of over 30 years of dedicated service within the RGPF and more.
For others, gaining the 4th Good Conduct Badge is indicative of 12 successive years of exemplary discipline. To others, for community service, and a few for achieving academic degrees in specific subject areas. Fellow officers, the medals and ribbons you receive today must drive you to uphold the ideals of the profession. Let it push you to strive for excellence, notwithstanding the challenges of a constantly changing law enforcement environment. Every morning you pin those ribbons on your uniform. It must be a reinforcing reminder of the importance to serve with professionalism, integrity, pride, and honesty.
Commissioner Martin challenged the officers who receive medals to continue to serve their communities with distinction.
Be mindful that in the public's eye, a decorated officer carries a heavier weight of responsibility and accountability. He or she will be expected to be shining examples of professionalism, integrity, competence, and discipline. Qualities enshrined in our code of conduct and oath of office as police officers, and continue to serve our community with distinction. As I must remind you that you can lose the ribbons and medals you receive today easier than you have earned them. if you fail to exhibit the desired standards and qualities in conformity with our code of ethics.
Commissioner Martin also saluted officers and citizens who traveled to St. Vincent during the volcano eruption last year.
Today we will also be presenting medals, RSS service medals rather, to a few officers for service in support of St. Vincent during the recent volcano eruption. Additionally, I want to take the opportunity to salute and specially recognize the civilians amongst us today who are receiving community service medals. These individuals worked in our various citizen advisory bodies in different policing districts across our nation for years, helping us bridge the disconnect between police and public and fostering a better and more meaningful community engagement. I want to ask you guys now to please stand and be recognized so officers can appreciate all of you are, our civilians. Please stand. Give them a round of applause, officers.
The commissioner urged the policemen and women to wear their medals and ribbons with pride and confidence. Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
The Royal Grenada Police Force is happy with the reduction of crime in Grenada. According to Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin, while it is a trying time for policing in Grenada due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the country's crime rate remains low with a reduction of 3%. Commissioner Martin says the RGPF was able to clamp down on illegal immigrants and also drugs.
We have successfully contributed to continued existence of a relatively stable crime environment, characterized by a 3% in total reduction of reported crimes. Homicides contracted by 70%. We have also achieved an unprecedented 79% crime solving rate. We were also able to effectively protect our borders from criminal elements. We removed 16 illegal firearms and a quantity of illegal narcotics from the streets, at the same time ensuring that those offenders were brought to justice. The RGPF also intercepted 37 illegal immigrants, many of whom were involved in criminal activities, and had them deported. Notwithstanding our successes, some formidable challenges remain.
Speaking at the RGPF ribbon and medal ceremony, Commissioner Martin stressed the concern of sexual violence in the country and runaway teens,
including the persistent and pervasive pestilence of sexual crimes and violence against our women and children. In this context, I am concerned about the increasing reports of domestic violence. The family unit is the foundation on which the structure of our society is built. And the home should be the safest place for everyone to find love, happiness, and comfort. I am equally uneasy with the apparent growing trend of female minors leaving their homes unannounced for days. This issue seems to be multidimensional at its root. We must therefore ask ourselves, what is fueling this phenomenon? Is it circumstances within the home? Is it peer pressure? Is it a lack of values and self-control? Is it a case of exploitation of the vulnerabilities of young and impressionable minds? Or is it a combination of all? Whatever the problem, we need to identify the root cause and fix it quickly.
Although it is dubbed a simple stay, there is nothing simple about the Grenada Tourism Authority's latest initiative, which gives visitors even more opportunities to experience a wider range of local and cultural activities. This initiative, according to GTA's marketing manager, Nicoyan Roberts, will bring even more economic benefits to the smaller hotels. Donald Hostin has the details on this.
Simple Stays Grenada is yet another initiative put on by the Grenada Tourism Authority to get more visitors to the island to experience a wide variety of local, cultural activities in the heart of the Tri-Island state. It seeks to encourage visitors to immerse themselves in everything the island has to offer. Delicia Dikoto of the Ministry of Tourism explains.
We define the Simple Stays experience as smaller properties in a serene environment with an intimate feel that provides memorable, personalized, and laid-back, relaxing experiences that are economical.
So far, the Simple Stays program includes 15 small properties throughout Grenada and Carriacou that are all excited to be part of the plan.
You know, I think that part is the heart and the soul of Grenada that small properties brings to the table.
It's really nice to see a spotlight on the smaller businesses. You're starting to see a trend of international visitors looking for those unique experiences.
It's going to market us, not just the business in Carriacou, but Carriacou on a whole. Make the tourists that's coming to Carriacou, to Grenada, know about Carriacou. So it means a lot to us.
I see it as a marketing and promotion tool for us. Where we cannot get the monies to do and go as far, I think tourism, what they're doing now, is going to help us.
Notwithstanding the experience one can get from luxurious, bigger five-star hotels, this GTA initiative caters to anyone who is looking for an economically beneficial and viable getaway in a small, home-like environment. According to marketing manager of the GTA, Nicoyan Roberts, this brings a greater connection.
The properties are small, they're unique, and they're made even more special because of their location in our communities that allow for a greater connection with the most special part of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, which is you and me, our people.
Applauding the initiative was Minister for Tourism, Dr. Clarice Modeste Kerwin, who said the government is pleased to be part of this venture and to provide opportunities for small hotels to receive soft loans at a low interest rate. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Meanwhile, Grenada, according to Tourism Minister Dr. Clarice Modeste Kerwin, is well on its way to reviving the tourism sector. She indicated that despite the challenges, they will continue to push the sector forward to ensure that the country at some point can return to some state of normalcy.
Tourism Minister Dr. Clarice Modeste Kerwin says despite the many challenges and difficulties that accompanied COVID and negatively impacted the tourism sector, the government, the Grenada Tourism Authority, and by extension the hoteliers have been doing their best to resuscitate the industry.
In our own industry, we have been working with all of our partners, our stakeholders, the GHTA, the tour operators, the cruise lines, and so on, to see how we can safely resuscitate the industry. And it's working.
Minister Modeste Kerwin told the MTV News team she was pleased to see just how much the tourism industry is bouncing back.
You know, I am just so pleased to see that the tourism industry, which has been the first to be impacted on negatively and maybe the slowest to recover, is picking up and increasing in momentum, both for stayover passengers with the accommodation sector and also for cruise ship passengers.
According to her, the number of people visiting the island's shores is increasing, and she is hopeful that this will continue.
We are getting some pretty good load factors several times when persons travel. From countries like the US and so, JetBlue comes in full. American hasn't been too bad. As I said, we've had our challenges, but we have faced them head on, and we are overcoming most of them, even though some will continue for a long time. Certainly, we cannot go back to life as it was in pre-COVID times. There are some things that have changed and will continue.
This boost in numbers, the minister says, augurs well for the country. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Reigning Independence Calypso monarch Sour Serpent says he's ready to retain his title with his new rendition entitled The Spread. However, he says, based on his observations thus far, this year's independence celebrations appears to be a bit low-key as compared to previous years. Sean Niles, the Sour Serpent, is vying for his 4th Independence Calypso title at this year's Independence Calypso competition to be held on Friday. Speaking to MTV News on Thursday, he said this year's composition, dubbed The Spread, was inspired by the highly contagious COVID-19 virus.
The one thing I observe is that we spread the virus very well, right? So I'm saying the organizers, the COVID committee, they urging persons to stop spread. So I just use that as a springboard to as a vessel to send a message that if we're that good at spreading, let us try spreading good things. You know, let's spread the real things that will lift Grenada. So that is where the song really originated from and what it's about.
However, while he is looking forward to this year's competition, he has noticed that the beautification in the various parishes appears to be less this year as compared to previous years.
There's not much visibility. I'm not seeing anything much in terms of brightening up and paint and colors and flags and buttons and so on. I'm not saying that its colors would determine if you're patriotic or not, but it's a sign, you know, of patriotism and love for country. But I hope that the lack of colors says, hey, we no longer superficial, we're no longer on the surface, we are going to go deep, we are going to do things that would benefit ourselves and by extension the country as a whole.
Also providing an overview of Friday's competition on MTV's Rise and Shine program on Thursday was Adrian Mark, Senior Cultural Officer at the Ministry of Culture.
Well, first of all, for the preliminary round, we had quite a number. We had 21, and from that 21, we have to choose 9 to come up against the reigning monarch, Sean Niles, and we got that, and we were in rehearsals since last week, preparing for tomorrow, the big day. And today we have our dress rehearsal. They will be having their dress rehearsal today on the stage itself at 6 p.m.
He also shared the order of appearance for Friday's competition.
We have Anthony Etienne, Grenada Michael Jackson coming in first. Then we have 2 ladies in competition. Monique Cummings will be coming in second. Chanel, the defending champion, will be at third. Samantha Dixon, the next lady, she will be at 4th. Then we have Philandi Jeffrey, 5th. Nivian Cox, 6th. O'Neill Finley, gun, 7th. Edison Francis, 8th. Sheldon Douglas, 9th. And Teddy Christopher, 10th. And the standby is Ken Richard Juice.
An expo dubbed Independence and Opportunity under the banner showcasing Grenada's excellence in art, craft and culinary will be held on Friday at the Grenada Association of Retired Persons, or GARP, on Kirani James Boulevard with the work of several local entrepreneurs on display. Speaking on MTV's Rise and Shine program was one of the coordinators of the event and local author David Ambrose.
Thank you. Independence and Opportunity, I think, is an apt name for the event. It's, as you said, it's something that really is in place of, not necessarily officially, an independence, a national independence expo. You know, over the years, we've had a Made in Grenada expo that showcases all of the products by entrepreneurs, artisans, creators that are made in Grenada. And we do have excellent products, quality products coming out of Grenada. So this time the event will be put on by a group of entrepreneurs coordinated by Debbie Mason, and the event will take place at the GARP headquarters on Kirani James Boulevard.
Over 1 dozen local entrepreneurs will have their products on display during the expo, and he is inviting the public and other local talents to take advantage of the opportunity.
And there'll be lots of local products on sale. And it's an opportunity for entrepreneurs to showcase their wares, an opportunity for the Grenadian public to to get products made in Grenada, quality products, excellent quality, I should say. And you will have a variety of different items on sale and on showcase.
The expo is scheduled to start at 10 a.m., Ambrose said, and will feature everything made in Grenada. All concerned are hereby advised that the Carriacou branch of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed at 2:30 p.m. on Friday, 4th February 2022. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause. That's the first segment of news. More news after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from two entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do three things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
No matter your beliefs, whatever your dreams, we all have one thing in common. We call these islands home. Beautiful Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Mahon. However, they are threatened by our actions. But we can collectively begin a new path in which our economic prosperity and well-being does not irreparably damage our islands. Let's use our natural resources in conscious and sustainable ways so that future generations too can enjoy our home. Let's care for our environment and keep it litter-free and beautiful. Let's all pledge to take action against climate change by changing our behavior and changing our lifestyles to protect our environment. Join us today and let's keep Grenada green and clean.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back to the news. Students who competed in the District 5 COVID-19 response speech and poetry competition were on Thursday recognized and awarded for their pieces. The competition was held from December 8th to the 12th, 2021 under the themes COVID-19, the 21st Century Apocalypse, Finding Connection in Isolation, and Life Under the Mask. Considering the psychosocial challenges presented by the COVID-19 pandemic, the contest was created to provide an avenue for students to debrief and de-stress. We get more on the prize-giving ceremony at Norton's Hall from Nikita Hosten.
A prize-giving ceremony for the speech and poetry competition hosted by the District 5 team was held on Thursday. Considering the psychosocial challenges presented by the COVID-19 pandemic, the contest was created to provide an avenue for secondary school students to debrief and distress. Participating schools were the Wesley College, Boca Secondary School, Happy Hill Secondary School, J.W. Fletcher Catholic, and the Presentation Brothers College. District 5 Education Officer Natasha Thomas spoke about the competition.
Grabbing and maintaining high students' interest in creating educational content amidst all of the competing activities requires collaboration and support among all stakeholders. We are able to gather support from both our internal stakeholders, that's our teachers and our students, and our external stakeholders, the business community, as represented here today.
Thomas says District 5 continues to provide activities for students despite the COVID-19 pandemic.
As we continue to battle the challenges of COVID-19, our district has made the commitment to provide the avenue for our students to harness their abilities, skills, and talents, and at the same time showcase their capabilities in utilizing all of the available technology and the technological tools to do so. Getting students involved in an activity like this one we are having today has many benefits, especially in the area of developing oral language skills. Nurturing all-round students means ensuring that students are able to express themselves effectively and efficiently.
She says the activities being held in the different districts will help students gain confidence in oral language.
Strong oral language skills form the foundation of academic success. A solid foundation in oral language helps children or students become successful readers and strong communicators. These skills also foster a child's confidence and overall sense of well-being.
Nikita Hosten, MTV News.
The month of February is acknowledged and celebrated as Black History Month. And in Grenada, the Rastafari Organization for Centralization will be hosting a series of activities throughout the month to commemorate the occasion. Donella Hosten spoke to the representatives from the ROC, who explained the significance of the month and shared some of the events that will be taking place.
As part of their contribution to the celebrated Black History Month, the Rastafari Organization for Centralization is scheduled to host a series of cultural and social activities commemorating the month. MTV spoke to Sister Motaro, representative of the ROC, who briefly explained that this is about the celebration of Black culture. She mentioned some of the activities.
And this one will to having the force to start it off. We'll start it off in Duquesne Bay on the 5th of February in Duquesne Bay, where we will have a platform, and we have enough of culture, different culture, like different drumming, chanting, a different thing. And we'll also have ital food and juices on sale.
In addition to these events, they will be visiting homes and schools and providing them with fresh foods.
So we're looking forward to do that. We're looking forward to go to the home in Victoria and to the school of special education in Victoria. We're visiting them and bring package food. And the food we bring in is natural food, cultural food from our garden. Because every year, that's what we do. We just do. Give school food, help them in the food program, the food feeding program, and everything.
Ras Starai, another member of the ROC, also shared some details on the final aspects of the celebrations.
And on the 26th, which is the final finale, and I have it in Telescope. We're going having a platform set up with cultural expressions and everything towards Black History Month. Live band and everything like that, because I know how they say, well, uncle about slavery in Black people. But no, we're king, queens, father of medicine like Imhotep and all the great things of Africa. Africa is the cradle of civilization.
He says this is a time for Black people to get to know themselves and learn more about their history. The ROC is calling on Rastafarians and other like-minded people to join their celebrations throughout the month of February. They also hope to have a rally within the month to impart knowledge on the uses of marijuana, while they await the government's decision on the decriminalization of the herb. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Houston.
Farmers on the Western Corridor will soon be able to access a wide variety of plants at one propagation station in Guelph, including avocados, which, according to one agronomist, will soon be available in early varieties during the planting season. Troy Augustine, agronomist at the Maran Propagation Station in Guelph, St. John, said farmers in that part of the island will no longer have to travel to outer parishes to purchase plants, as they will soon be available in different varieties for the commencement of the plant distribution season. Speaking to MTV News on Wednesday, Augustine said they are currently in the process of developing different varieties of avocado plants, which continue to be in high demand.
So today, we're highlighting one of the plants that we have started multiplying, which are avocados. And to get the avocado to a place where it's ready for sale, to start the whole process, you first have to collect the seeds, clean the seeds, remove the outer coating of the seeds, put it in a bag, and then it sprouts.
He said in its early stages of propagation, several shoots can emerge from an avocado seed due to varying factors.
One thing about avocados is that they can develop multiple shoots. Mango has the same potential. It is basically cell division that's taking place that's causing shoot development. And if you have a very, very good soil, a very good potting mix, you can get sometimes up to 7 shoots.
However, all the shoots may not survive, Augustine said, and as a result, grafting will take place to ensure the remaining plant survives and is viable for the local market.
They would remove a few of them, almost leave one, and from that process, you have the grafting taking place. So you have the rootstock, which is from the seed, and you have the scion, which is from the mother plant. So you want a plant that is bearing, for example, an olive variety called Palak. We have these varieties propagated here, so farmers can purchase them when the season comes in, they can get all the varieties.
He says the early varieties tend to be in high demand by farmers for the commencement of the season, including the late varieties, so farmers can have in excess towards the end of the season. Before we end the segment, a reminder to grab a hard copy of this week's edition of the Grenada Informer newspaper that is now in circulation for the first time in 2 years since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. This week's paper is a special feature highlighting Grenada's history surrounding independence. Editor at Grenada Informer, Richard Peters, highlighted the historic content of the week's edition.
It's really a focused independence special, and there are a lot of content that reminisces on independence of the past and looks forward to how we move as an independent country. So you'll find records and history, you'll find the line of governors general come down from independence, you'll have the prime ministers, you have how our economy looked pre-independence, how it has changed post-independence. We looked at some important people who helped make independence happen and what are the conditions leading up. So it's sort of historical in nature, but there are also features and regular articles, and looking at, some might be controversial, but that's what newspaper is, and looking at how we have progressed as an independent country.
Peters is hopeful that the business community will seize this opportunity and buy copies to be distributed to the different schools.
In fact, we are appealing to the business people, business places, business houses to maybe buy a bunch of them and distribute it to the schools so that the young students would get the history and so on that is contained in there. And of course, we will, as a newspaper, will publicize their purchase and their distribution to the schools and so on, so they'll get some publicity for that. And we are hoping some business places will do that.
Hard copies of the Grenada Informer can be purchased at different business establishments across the island. The Grenada Informer wishes the state of Grenada, which includes Carriacou and Petite Martinique, a very happy 48th independence anniversary. February of 1974, and in praying to Almighty God for every success as we work to build our nation together. In this week's online publication, we feature Governors General since independence, Prime Ministers since independence, some amazing things about Grenada, does Grenada's independence have constitutional legitimacy, and in the Sister Isles, 2 PMs since independence, vibrant festivals that were born after independence, colors of patriotism, and much more. That's the second segment of news. Regional highlights are up next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail. ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
No matter your beliefs, whatever your dreams, we all have one thing in common. We call these islands home. Beautiful Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martin. However, they are threatened by our actions. But we can collectively begin a new path in which our economic prosperity and well-being does not irreparably damage our islands. Let's use our natural resources in conscious and sustainable ways so that future generations too can enjoy our home. Let's care for our environment and keep it litter-free and beautiful. Let's all pledge to take action against climate change by changing our behavior and changing our lifestyles to protect our environment. Join us today and let's keep Grenada green and clean.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Time now for news from across the region.
This is the regional roundup for today. I am Donessa Pancho. We begin in St. Lucia this evening, where authorities there have changed the isolation period for people testing positive for COVID-19. The Minister for Health and Wellness, Moses Batiste, says the reduced days in isolation will allow for a less restrictive approach in managing the COVID-19 pandemic. We get the details from DBS News.
The Ministry of Health announced that effective Monday, January 24, 2022, it would reduce the isolation period for persons diagnosed with COVID-19 from 14 days to 10 days. For vaccinated persons presenting with no symptoms, the isolation period would be cut down to 7 days. According to Minister for Health and Wellness, Moses Baptiste, the move is in keeping with global trends as well as guidance from the scientific community.
It is very clear to us that we cannot treat COVID-19 or manage COVID-19 in the same way which we did 2 years ago, or 2020, when there were no vaccines and when the policy was very restrictive. When there were no vaccines and so on, there were no tried and tested methods of isolation and so on. We were very restrictive, closed down everything, shut down everybody and so on. But as we progress, we recognize, based on science, based on what the professionals guide us on, we recognize that we have to change the way we deal with COVID-19.
According to Jean-Baptiste, the ministry is acting cautiously in its amendment of COVID-19 protocols, as the island's healthcare system can ill afford a major influx of cases. The minister reveals the upcoming protocols will be more targeted, as the ministry has placed more scrutiny on areas of the island where COVID-19 is most prevalent.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister for Belize, John Briceño, has tested positive for COVID-19, according to an official statement issued by the Office of the Prime Minister. It is said that Briceño, who is due to host the Intersessional Summit of the Caribbean Community later this month, has contracted the virus over the weekend and has since been in isolation. A few days after leading his People's United Party to victory in the general elections last month, Briceño tested positive for the virus. And finally, in the region, in Guyana, 2 people are dead and several injured after a 4-vehicular accident on the eastern coast of Demerara. Details in this report.
One of the vehicles involved in the accident was a Guyana Police Force pickup. A number of other persons were injured, including 3 police officers. The accident occurred just before 12 noon in the vicinity of Perseverance in Mahaika. The police commander in the area said the police patrol was chasing after a car through the area when the tragedy struck. The police said some of its ranks were carrying out an operation in the area when the occupants of a car appeared to be acting in a suspicious manner. When the police attempted to stop the vehicle, the driver reportedly ignored and sped off from the scene, with the police chasing behind him.
Ranks from Region 5, that is the Maikoni police station. They were conducting an operation somewhere within the Perseverance area. That's a traffic exercise. When they stopped motorcar PNN 8852, that's a blue Allion, as you can see in the background, being driven by a male East Indian and had a female East Indian as an occupant. According to the ranks, that after they pulled the car over, the driver indeed pulled to the near side of the road, but subsequently drove off at the fast rate of speed. A passing police patrol coming out of the Maikoni police station was in the area. They were informed and they pursued the car.
According to reports, while the 2 speeding vehicles were crossing the Mahaika Bridge, they both slammed into a canter truck that was also crossing the bridge in the opposite direction, resulting in the smash-up. Residents who witnessed the crash said both vehicles appeared to be overtaking other vehicles on the bridge when they both crashed.
And that's it for this evening's regional roundup. I am Donessa Panchu.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. More news after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
This is the MTV Evening News. More news after the break.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, The Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Holy Natural Spring Water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Coming up in sports, Charlotte FC take a 3-0 victory over Grenada in pre-season opener. That and more coming up in sports.
All concerned are hereby advised that the Carriacou branch of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed at 2:30 p.m. on Friday, 4th February. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
Now we have Josanne Mackey-Smith with this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, Mid Sports. I am Josanne Mackey-Smith. Spice Boys played Major League Soccer Club Charlotte FC preseason match at IMG Academy in Bridlington on Tuesday. This is part of the senior men's national team's training camp being held in Florida, USA. Although Charlotte FC took a 3-0 victory over the Grenada national team, head coach Michael Finley says he's optimistic about the future of the team. According to a post on the GFA Facebook page, he said they were provided with another opportunity for players to apply the lessons and experiences gained from their first match of the training camp in the second match against Charlotte FC. Finley says they witnessed some encouraging performances, both individually and as a team. He further stated the training camp has been a great success and the staff is satisfied that they met their objectives. Head coach Finley says they will now take time to review all individual performances and overall delivery of the game model and its demands, as they now turn their attention to the next SMNT project taking place within the March 2022 FIFA window. Meantime, Jamaica has been eliminated from contention for a spot at the 2022 World Cup after losing 1-0 to Costa Rica. Joel Campbell scored the lone goal in the 62nd minute as the Reggae Boys, despite dominating possession and having the majority of the chances, lost their sixth game of the campaign and their third at home. Jamaica needed to win their remaining games, including Tuesday's encounter, and depend on other results to stand a chance at making it to Qatar. In some cricket news this evening, England are into the final of the ICC Under-19 World Cup following a 15-run victory over Afghanistan in a keenly contested semi-final at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in North Sound, Antigua. Choosing 231 set by England, who had won the toss and opted to bat on an overcast morning, Afghanistan fell short at 215 for 9 in 47 overs. The match was reduced to 47 overs following a rain delay during the England innings. Rehan Ahmed was the star with the ball for England, claiming 3 wickets in the penultimate over to help swing the game in his team's favour going into the final over. Ahmed ended that match with figures of 4 for 41 in 6 overs. Earlier, man of the match George Bell led England's charge with the bat, hitting 56 not out. He slammed 6 fours in his 67-ball knock. Alex Horton assisted with 53 not out in 36 deliveries with 5 fours and 1 6, while George Thomas made a square 50 from 69 balls. He hit 4 fours and 2 sixes. And finally, this evening, West Indies will play their 3-match one-day international series against India without spectators because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But fans will be allowed at the T20 international series, which will follow. The ODI series, the first leg of West Indies' tour of India, will be played on February 6th, 9 and 11 at the Narendra Modi Stadium. Following the ODI series, the Kieron Pollard-led West Indies will play a 3-match T20I series in Kolkata at Eden Gardens beginning February 16. Spectator attendance of 75% of the capacity of the venue will be allowed, in keeping with a West Bengal government notification issued on Monday, which means up to around 50,000 fans can be at the stadium for the ODI matches. The Cricket Association of Bengal last hosted a T20I match against New Zealand in November last year in a biosecure environment with 70% attendance. And that's it for sports this evening. I am Joseph McKee-Smith.
The weather and a recap of the top stories after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Each of us has a role in Grenada's successful recovery. We have the will to overcome. We are strong. Together, we are Grenada.
Good Thursday evening, viewers, and with the nighttime weather forecast, I'm meteorologist Wayne Williams. The weather over the Eastern Caribbean continues to be dominated by an area of dry air that is moving into the region. We do have some scattered patches of low-level clouds, so we've been seeing those for a few days now. They will continue to bring some very brief and light inland showers during the nighttime, but tonight onwards they're going to be fewer and further apart. We are also seeing some strong gusty winds, but that could ease as a result of a trough over the north central Caribbean that will move into the area as it dissipates and could contribute to some lighter winds. We're also watching the haze condition in the Atlantic, some very dense haze much further to the east, but slight haze ahead of it. We could be seeing a slight deterioration in visibility as that haze gets to us in about 4 or 5 days. Right now, however, no major features at the moment, just a few patches of low-level clouds around. These could bring 1 or 2 brief nighttime showers, as I said, but nothing else is expected. The forecast for Thursday night is for clear and windy conditions. Easterly winds between 12 and 22 miles per hour, minimum temperature around 24. The moon, it's going to set tonight at 8:14 and rise tomorrow morning at 9:15 and then set tomorrow night at 9:32. Sunny and hot, of course, windy conditions on Friday. Easterly winds between 12 and 24 miles per hour with additional higher gusts. Choppy seas, just about a 10% chance of some morning cloudiness and the possibility of a few brief inland showers, then nothing significant. 5 to 7 foot waves in choppy seas. Sunrise at 6:31, sunset 6:10. It's going to feel a bit hotter tomorrow. High of 34 will feel like 39. Lots of sunshine in Port of Spain, Bridgetown, a bit less in Kingston, just a touch more clouds, but part cloudy conditions in Miami, in New York, in for rain. London also should see some rain. Back at home, the weekend, generally fair conditions on Saturday. We still have that slight possibility of an increase in cloudiness on Sunday and Monday. We're going to monitor that to see how it is going. Partly cloudy conditions through to Wednesday, and then improving from Thursday onwards. That's it for me for Thursday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again on Friday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Policemen and women recognized for their contribution to the force and country. Grenada Tourism Authority launches a Simple Stay initiative. Reigning Independence Calypso monarch Sour Serpent ready to retain his title. And in sports, Charlotte FC take 3-0 victory over Grenada in pre-season opener. On behalf of the news and production department, I am Troy Gill. Thank you for watching. Good night.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. I am Manisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Priscilla Barry from BKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, you should have tickets ready. It's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First number this evening is check your tickets. First number up is 1. Second number. Second number is 6. Third and final number. Final number is 8. Let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number up is 1. The second, 6. Third and final is 8. So that's 1, 6, and 8. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned. Get your daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and know we stand with. This time, which with tickets at hand, is Daily Cash 4. More please. Let's find out what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. Let's of this evening is, check your tickets for the meantime. First number up is 4, second number. Second number is 1, third number up. Third number is 5, fourth and final number is 4. Let's recap those numbers, check your tickets, numbers on the screen. First number up is 4, the second, 1, third, 5, fourth and final is 4. So that's 4, 1, 5, and 4. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get your play we drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Play Evening Draw for today, Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me once again is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner. And the game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. Let's play where you follow your dreams when your way. Good luck. This evening's winning clear numbers. Check your tickets in the meantime. This evening's winning clear number is 29. Let's recap the number 2929. 29 represents dream symbol sickness. Congratulations, all the winners of this
passed away on Sunday, 9th January 2022 at the age of 77. She is survived by her husband, children, grandchildren, sister, nieces and nephews. Francis, Edgar, Bernard, and Michael Moore. Uncle of many, including Andre, Adrian, Kendall, Lincoln, Kareem, Jocelyn, Nikki and Tamara Moore, Soraya and Siren Francis, Rita Jeremiah, Jamie Phillip, Tamika and Amika Hall, Trisha and Ariel Thomas, and Miguel Joseph. Brother-in-law of Gentle John, nephew of Cecilia Durant, Clovis and Bernard Dubisset, and Cynthia Thompson. Many other relatives and close friends including Clyde Roberts, Ignatius Lumsden, Patsy Andrews, Pearl Joseph, Louise Hood, Eric Scotton, Joseph Ferrigno, the Moore, Francis and Snag families, and friends and neighbors of Caliste and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Edwin Moore, also known as Horseface of Caliste St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Jessica Rena Simpson of Brothers St. John passed away on Wednesday, 26 January 2022, at the age of 23. She was the daughter of Hazel Simpson and Denton Gill, granddaughter of Yvonne Simpson, Ezra Beggs, and Gladys Gill, great-granddaughter of Uncle Williams, sister of Malcolm, Junior, Sampson, and Aaliyah Simpson, niece of Desmond, Dexter and Roger Gill, Maurice and Lester Simpson, Dennis, David and Shirley in Canada, Karen and Beverly Gill, Kirby, Alicia, Sophia, Tasha, Ronisha, Seela, and Maureen in Trinidad. Many cousins, other relatives and friends including David, Daniel, Aaliyah, Clifton, Rachel and Viviana, Teresa Batiste and family, Pastor Robert Mathena and members of the Faith Independence Baptist Church, Brother Joe, Elizabeth Phillips, Kevin, the Philip, Barry, Simpson and Gill families, the 2016 graduating class of St. Rose Modern Secondary School, and friends and neighbors of Brothers and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Jessica Rena Simpson of Brothers St. John will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Julian Claudius Bagwan, also known as Miracles, of Corinth St. David, passed away on Sunday 23 January 2022 at the age of 76. He was the brother of Ruth, Marina, Noreen, Rona, Richard, Dennis, and John, nephew of Veronica David, uncle of Celia MacDonald, Mandela, Valen, Alan, Yuel, Louisin, Devi, Canessa, Karina, Sarah, Hannah, and Elizabeth. Grand-uncle of Kenny, Jenny, John, Darren, Devin, Brittany, Brianna, and Kurt MacDonald. Brother-in-law of Michael Bowen. Many relatives and close friends including Kenneth Lett, also known as Gavaska, George Mitchell, James and John, Reginald Lord, Albert Alexander, Peter Mahone, Paula Mahone, Annie Mahone, Father Edward Mark, Selby Henry, the Bagwan, Mahone, Lett and Bethel families, and friends and neighbors of Corinth and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Julian Claudius Bagwan, also known as Miracles, of Corinth St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Alban Chase, also known as Daddy Banu and Grandpa, of Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Friday 28 January 2022 at the age of 93. He was the father of Patsy Crawford, Peter, Reverend Philip Chase, Cephas, Richard, Errol, Veronica and Johnson, both residing in Canada, David and Rebecca Chase John, both residing in the USA, brother of Alberta Charles and Michael Chase, both residing in Trinidad, grandfather of 23, great-grandfather of 20, great-great-grandfather of 4, brother-in-law of Mary Williams and Phyllis Chase, father-in-law of Earl Crawford, Cecilia, Sandra, Sally Ann, and Melissa, many nieces and nephews. Other relatives and friends including Rosalind and Jennifer Williams, Joanna Chase, the Simpson, Worrell, and Chase families residing in Trinidad, the Daniel family of Vendham, the Labari family of Bolio, the Chase family of Grandance, Victoria, Bylands and in Carriacou, the John and Frederick families of Bellevue and Montrose, the Johnson family of Willis, the Patrick family of Grandball, Reverend and Sister Aline, members of the Latter Rain Revival Pentecostal Church of Tempe, including Brother and Sister Murray, members of the Grenada Seamen and Waterfront Workers Union, members of the Grenada Ports Authority, Superintendent of Police Esau Pear of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Sergeant Anthony Pear of the Grenada Coast Guard, Dr. Roxanne Ned and family, the doctors and nurses of the Snug Corner Medical Station and the General Hospital, including Dr. Charles, Dr. Migwen and Dr. Noel, and friends and neighbors of Bolio, Willis and New Hampshire, including the Telesford, Muriel and Phillip families. The funeral service and interment of the late Alban Chase, also known as Daddy Banu and Grandpa, of Bolio St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, passed away on Sunday, January 30th, 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, passed away on Thursday, 27th January 2022, at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Angela Rose Julian of Lothers Lane, St. George, died on Monday, 24th January 2022, at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Angela Rose Julian of Lothers Lane, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Leontine Aberdeen of Moya St. Andrew, who resided in Canada, passed away on Saturday, 29th January in Canada at the age of 92. The funeral of the late Leontine Aberdeen of Moya St. Andrew, who resided in Canada, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, passed away on Saturday, 29th January at the age of 72. The funeral of the late Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Raleigh Williams, also known as Papa Ochin of Woodland St. George, died on Friday, 28th January at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements of the late Raleigh Williams, also known as Papa Ochin of Woodland St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Rita Patricia Maxime of Springs St. George passed away on Wednesday, 26th January 2022, at the age of 98. The funeral arrangements for the late Rita Patricia Maxime of Springs St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Martin Roland Williams of Independence Avenue, St. George, passed away on Saturday, 15th January 2022 in the USA, at the age of 56. The funeral arrangements for the late Martin Roland Williams of Independence Avenue, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, passed away on Saturday, January 8th, at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements of the late Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River, Grove St. John, passed away on Thursday, January 20th, 2022, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River, Grove St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony Laguerre, also known as Tony and Laguerre, of H.A. Blaise Street, St. George's, an employee of George F. Huggins, died on Monday 17th January 2022 at the age of 61. The funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Laguerre, also known as Tony and Laguerre, of H.A. Blaise Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Anthony Felix, also known as Tony, past principal of the Tivoli Roman Catholic School of Harford Village, St. Andrew, died on Thursday the 13th of January at the age of 71. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Felix of Harford Village, St. Andrew, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Dorothy Brown, née Lacqua of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday, December 30th, 2021 in the USA, at the age of 90. The funeral arrangements for the late Dorothy Brown, née Lacqua of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. In loving memory of Anastasia Aurelia Bailey George, who passed away on February 7th, 2016. A picture of you I carry in my heart. I close my eyes to see it. When the world gets dark, a memory of you I carry in my soul. I wrap it close around me when the nights get cold. If you ask how I am, I'd say just fine. But the truth is, if you could read my mind, not a day goes by that I don't think of you. From your children Marva, Eurona, and Walgenia, grandchildren, family, and friends. Gone, but will never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Arrangements were entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
The pain and agony of losing someone is never easy. Within your own mind and heart, there is a deep pain, agony that no one can fill. Within you see yourself painfully accepting the fact that you have lost someone you love. But this is what the Word of God said in the book of Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, which made the heaven and the earth. To Him you need to look to for your help and your leadership and your guidance. Man will not give you that help that you need. Money, fame, even the very material things that you have seek. You realize in losing someone, none of those things would give you help. Right now, there is one person who stands ready to help you. His name is Jesus Christ. He is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Why not trust Him today? Why not allow Him to be at peace in your life? I want to pray for you and your family. Pray with me. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I surrender, Lord, every heart that is painfully accepting the reality of their lives who have lost a loved one. I pray, O God, that you comfort those families. Give them strength. Enable them to see, God, that you are there for them.
that you, Lord, will never leave them, nor will you forsake them, for from you will come their help. I ask your blessing and for strength for them today, in Jesus' holy and precious name. Amen and amen. May God bless you and keep you and sustain you. May He overshadow you and look over your family as you reach deep within and overcome this deep sorrow and pain that you face. My prayers and thoughts are with you and your family. God bless you.